So I'm trying to figure out what to do about this. I sit down and watch flipping channels, and I see the infomercial for P90X. Have you seen that? I turn it on, it's a couple minutes into it, and I'm like, I want to look just like the before guy. Like, why is that guy even going to the gym? If I look like that guy, I'd go to work shirtless. I got, my hair's coming out. I used to be embarrassed about my hair coming out. Now I'm grateful that it's still in there, even though it's turning all gray. It's, although it seems to be descending into my head and coming out of my ears and nose. Like I'm like burning through these brawn things. The batteries or motors are. I'm gonna have to get some kind of a weed whacker or something. It's not good. And the whole dating thing in general, I don't care how old you are, there's so much pressure now. You get Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Tumblr and, who needs to get updated on everybody else's life that often? It's bad enough when you have a bad date. I don't need all my high school friends knowing about it before I pull into the driveway. I was out on a first date with a girl, and we're, I guess having a pretty pleasant time. She pulls out her phone and she says, I'm having such a great time and I feel so good about this. I'm going to update my relationship status. I hope you're going to update it to batshit crazy. Because apparently that's what you are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block you on Facebook, and I'm never going to take another one of your calls after we have sex. But, before I do any of that, of course, I'm going to write on your wall about what a Looney Tune you are, and then I'm going to like my own comment. I went out on a first date once, and I decided to let my date pick the restaurant because she was supposed to be a slut. Why not, right? So we wind up in this vegan place. You guys ever been in one of these places? I walked in, I didn't know if I was in a restaurant or a halfway house for a Turkish prison. I've never seen such terrible looking people in my life. This shit's supposed to be healthy? The only people that looked worse than the patrons were the servers. It's no wonder they don't cook this shit. Nobody's got the energy to turn the stove on. But at least I never descended into the Viagra thing that you see running constantly on television, which you would think because it's constantly on television that some people would listen to the warnings at the end. May cause a sudden drop in blood pressure and temporary blindness? How much blood do they have to divert to the penis in order to get these guys hard? And what scientist designed a drug that would divert it from the central nervous system? Although I suppose if you've been married for a few years, your wife gains 50, 60 pounds, a little temporary blindness, maybe not such a bad thing. So the other thing that's changed about dating is it used to be, the first time around when I was in my 20s, we went out with people and there was this stage called the getting to know you phase, right? We went out, we talked about. Now it's I'm going to find out what you want and pretend to be that stage.
Oh no.
that was the stage we were in when my current wife took me to the Hustler store in Fort Lauderdale. If you haven't been there, it is Costco for dirty shit. So we walk in the door and she goes, let's go look at the anal toys, and bolts into the corner of the room. And I'm sitting there going, geez, I don't know if I should be impressed or afraid. Are they handing out maps? So we get back there, and the first thing that I notice is that these toys are organized by size. And I'm thinking, how does one know how large their asshole is? And then I'm thinking, if she goes anywhere near the extra largest, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Seriously though, I mean, do they take one of those cylinders like they have in jewelry stores that they drop the ring? You know, shove this up your ass and tell me what number you're on. Right? How else would you know? I don't want to be guessing about shit like that. So, she didn't get anything from that section, just for the record.
Thank you.
Frankly, I think she just wanted to make sure I didn't want anything. So she goes off and she says, you know, I'm gonna, you know, she's off by herself, and she comes back and she says, you know, I got something for you, but you can't see it. You know, come stand over here by me in line, and I'm gonna buy it. So the thing about this particular store is, if you buy something that's battery operated, they take it out of the package and put the batteries in to make sure that it works before you actually purchase it. I guess they figure people are in there having some sort of sex toy emergency, you know, that they don't want to be any part of. You know, certainly they don't want an emergency later, you know, at 7-Eleven where you're going, double A! You need double A! So we get up to the counter, and of course, you know, I don't see what she's got, but they take it out of the package, they put the batteries in, and it doesn't work. And so, you know, the next thing, and there's like 500 people in line. This guy says, hey, Bobby, I need one of these hot pink vibrating cock rings. Small. And that was where the pretending to be what I want stage fell completely apart. Thanks, guys. I'm Jeff Foster.